Hello, everybody. I hope all is well. Everybody is doing good. Listen, welcome to the 3S Parlor and Bonding with Bess. Hello, everybody. My name is Bessie, but they call me Bess. You can call me Bess too. Now, we still talking about prayer. We're talking about prayer right here. The last video I talked about a structured prayer. That's like a practice prayer. You ought to have one prepared just in case you're ever asked to pray. You don't know where you might be, where you need to lead in prayer. And if you need to do that, you have one already prepared. It's okay if you practice it and you actually praying. You need to do that so you have one, you don't stumble over your words. When you pray, you don't need to go on and on and on and keep repeating yourself over and over and over. Like I said, God's not stupid. He understands what's going on in your heart. He knows where your mind is, and it's okay. So, we're still talking about prayer. This time we're talking about different types of prayer. Now, sometimes you might be in a position where you don't have time to call God's name first. As long as you call his name sometime during that prayer, and he knows that you're talking to him, and so does all the other spirits, you're doing well. So, sometimes you might find yourself in a position where all you have time to say is, "What do I do now, Lord?" In that case, you also would not say amen, because you're not trying to end it right there. You're listening for some instructions. You're looking for an escape that you don't see. So you need to clear your mind. You need everything to be clear so you can get your download and you can get your message. Let me tell you what I mean. I had an incident one time myself when I was a little bit younger. I got in a car with a stranger, but I thought it was okay because my sister and my cousin and my friend, we were all sitting on the steps talking. And, he said, "Come here, who are you talking to?" So I come, he said, "Come right around the block with me for a minute. I want to talk to you." So I looked at them and, okay, I'm getting in this car. So I got on in the car. Of course, we went a little bit further than around the block. But I happen to know my way around the neighborhood. And we was a little bit away from the neighborhood. But we were up the street from the police station. Big dummy. Anyway, this guy pulls up in front of a vacant house. And he says, "Come on, let's go in there." It was boarded up. I looked at him and I said, "It don't look like nobody home to me. Why would I go in there?" He said, "Come on, let's just go in there for a minute." I said, "No, I'm not going in there. Why would I go in there?" So he spends all his time talking and begging, and now I'm tuned in to the Lord. I said, "What do I do now, Lord?" I done tuned him out. I don't hear nothing that's going. This broad daylight. I don't hear nothing that's going on around me because I'm thinking, if I don't get back home, my daddy going to find this man and kill him. And I got to keep him out of jail because he got other women in the family he need to protect. So I said, "What do I do now, Lord?" My spirit said to me, because I'm hoping for some jump blank, "Don't get out of the car until you get back in front of the house." I said, okay. By now, he done stopped talking. He turning around, he pulling out, but we didn't go back in front of the house. We went to the bus depot, okay? I'm sitting in the front seat. He pulls up to the bus depot. Turns out the car belonged to a bus driver. The bus driver comes up to the car, looks down at him, looks down at me. I got my eyes on him. I don't know what's getting ready to happen, right? So, but here again, broad daylight, people everywhere. So I'm not, I heard what the Spirit said. So that means to me, at some point, I'm going to get back in front of the house before I get out of the car. Okay. So he gets in the car. He said, "How you doing, young lady?" I said, "Good. How are you?" He said, "I'm doing good." He said, "You want me to take you home?" I said, "Would you please?" He said, "I sure will. Just tell me where you live. I'll take you home." He took me home. Now, my purpose may have only been to let this guy know what this pervert was doing in his car while he at work. So if somebody come looking for him, it's the car. It wasn't even his car. So I didn't say nothing to nobody for a long time. Because first of all, I was embarrassed that I was dumb enough to get in the car with a total stranger. But my trust is in God. I don't trust people. And I don't even trust myself. Because again, with every temptation, there's a way of escape. Okay, I couldn't find it. I had to ask God. And all I'm saying is, sometimes you might find yourself in such a position where all you have time to do is ask God, what do I do now? Really? Because he'll fix it for you. I'm telling you. He really will. You got to trust him, though. You just got to trust him, and you got to be open for the down low. Don't say amen. But when you get to freedom and you get back to where you need to be and you took that advice that he gave you, you got to thank him. You got to thank him for saving you. You got to thank him for, because I don't know what was going to happen. But this nice young man probably saw terror in my face. And he was like, oh, maybe he had sisters, mother, he respect them. I don't know what happened. All I know is I didn't get out of the car until I got back in front of the house. When I got back in front of the house, everybody was still sitting on the porch. I just went on up, didn't say nothing, kept on talking like I never said a word. Like I said, I was too embarrassed that I got in the car with him. But God came to my rescue like that, answered my prayer, and I got to tell you something. It's just been like that ever since. Once you have one experience like that and you desperate and you looking for an answer and you open yourself up to whatever the Spirit's going to give you, you'd be surprised at how you can prevent things and keep yourself out of trouble. Okay, we're going to do it again. I don't know where the Spirit's going to end this, but this prayer thing, but that was just another form of prayer. Sometimes you don't always have time to get down on your knees, to close your eyes and bow your head, or even fold your hands. You just don't have time all the time to do that. So, keep in mind, when you do this, sometimes you have to shoot a prayer right quick. But make sure you call the Lord's name. You won't have time to say amen, but make sure you thank him when he gets you out of trouble. Because that's exactly what he did for me. And I will ever be so grateful for him. That wasn't the only time. I got a few more to tell you about. But right now we're going to close it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I appreciate you and your presence. Be blessed. Stay safe. Think smart. It's important to think smart. Sometimes you just got to take a step back and think about what's going on. Okay? Love y'all. Be blessed. Peace.